We're going to talk about that worry thing. Should we worry about worry today? Whew. It's so annoying, all these barbs that we are picking up, these are stories that are causing us such immense pain and discomfort. It's wonderful that we can start clearing them and just being free of the stories that are holding us back. That's our plan. We've been doing this now since the beginning of the year, and we will finish a whole year's worth of unpacking trauma signals. We've done a lot of energy clearing in this time. Just know that for those of you who weren't able to make those connections, they posted on Insight Timer, and I've made playlists. They come in clusters and their themes. So the quicker we all release these things, the better life is going to become for all of us. It's these hiccups, these little things like burrs in the socks that are causing great discomfort for us. And they are rising up so that we can actually release them. In any of these muddles, it's not because you're broken or ridiculous. It's because you're the healer of it. So be here and let's do this work together and hold that space, my treasures. It is so important for us to find that stability. It really is a wonderful thing for us to release this sense, this underlying tone of worry, fantastically annoying, because we'll find ourselves erupting in that sense of wobbliness, anxiety, tension, whatever way we hold it or create it in our mind or our body or the space around us. Just know that signal is something that is necessary. We'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about how we're going to release that story. So come in, let's hold the space together, get comfortable, and we'll connect in with our angels, guides, divine presence. If you can now, let's take a deep breath in. Long, slow out breath. Release, release, drop, drop into this moment. Every time we do this, feel the connection coming right through your crown, all the way down through the center of your body, and hold the space that you're in with all your heart and all your soul. Just hold that space. Now when you're there, feel held. Notice that you are being held, that you haven't dropped through a hole in the earth yet. Allow yourself to develop a deep sense of reassurance in the simplest things to stabilize your energy. Whenever one of these trauma signals arise in us, we want to do the first thing we can do that is always consistent, always there, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. You can connect in to any of these that we're going to talk about now, to hold you and to feel a deep sense of anchoring, a deep sense of being held, and allow that to give you that sense of it's okay right now in this moment. This is going to be one of the finest things we can do, is to break it down into the moments. If we were to sit inside of our deep worry and just worry about what's going to happen later and then tomorrow and then the next day and next week and next year and all the things that are ahead of us, we're just going to accumulate more and more of this anxiety in us. But if we can break it down into moment by moment, tiny increments that are manageable for us in this moment, that's going to make a big difference. So do that now. As you're breathing in, close your eyes if it's safe for you to do that. Drop down into the space. Feel held. Absolutely know that you are being held. Nothing is shifted. Draw your energy into the awareness of this. I am being held. Imagine that like a deep connection that moves right from the crown all the way down through the center of your body, down into the earth. Gravity is holding you and you're safe. And you find your mind wandering, it's starting to jitter. Come on back. Drop yourself into this moment, into this awareness right now. Then open your heart. And let's welcome in our guides, angels, and divine presence, the highest vibration of light and love that we can hold at this time. You hold that energy, embrace it, and bring it in. Imagine that you are allowing yourself to be saturated with this divine light energy. Visualize, if you can, yourself being held with light pouring into you and around you, through you. If you were to stand outside and notice yourself inside of that column of light, you would notice how you are becoming more illuminated, because the light is able to become brighter and brighter because you're standing still, my love. That is your best key. Just stop and stand still. When you stop, you send a signal to your entire being that says, now stop. No more. Just give me a break. I need a rest. We do say this, don't we? Give me a break. Our words are always telling us what we should be doing with ourselves in these moments when our energy spikes into some kind of crisis. Just stop. In the stopping right now, with all our guides and angels around, we open our hearts to receive the highest vibration of light and love. See that illuminating you so that you can know that you are being held, that right now you're safe, because the light and the love of all that is pouring around you. Your heart is beating. Your body is breathing. And my love, that is all we can trust right now. This moment, nothing outside of us, no people, no stuff, no situations. Just trust this. You in the space now. Then ask your being, how am I feeling? How do I feel when I feel held like this? Could you send a message to your mind and your body, and particularly to your tummy, and relax your tummy and send a note to yourself, it's okay, I'm being taken care of right now. What it is that I can hold and what is that can hold me is happening right now. If you were to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 and say 10 was the most extreme and 1 was just a gentle, mild little bit of worry, see if you can gently ease that dial down towards the lower end. And the more you stabilize yourself, breathe and stop, the more you're able to make sense of where you are and how you are in this moment. The first thing we rely upon is that this earth is holding us, that we're here on purpose, otherwise we would not be here. There is a reason for us being here, even though we might think we don't know what that is. For those reasons, we can allow ourselves to be here and be held. There is some reason, some purpose that I am being held upon this earth right now, that I am being breathed into, that my heart is beating for me. My systems are working. We open our heart a little wider, like opening sunshine deep within us. Sometimes that's very hard to do, to feel a sense of gratitude or kindness to yourself. So if that is a struggle, then connect to a thought or a feeling when you remember your heart feeling filled up with love or expansion, sweetness. Maybe it was a moment when your beautiful fur child just came and sat in your lap, or put their little paw on you, or a treasure in your life touched your hand. looked into your eyes. These moments are so precious and so special. When they happen to you, store them up inside of your being, so that in the moments when the worry, the panic, the anxiety takes over, runs away with us, we can quickly bring ourselves back and stabilize. We are the master of our own energy vehicle. We are the drivers of this being, this substance of energy and cells and all the other wonderful bits and pieces that make up this beingness of us. We are the ones who are holding it all together with our energy, with our imagination. So you are literally holding yourself together right now. If that seems very difficult and we say things like, I'm just going to fall apart, or my life is falling apart, then you find a way to fall into that place of strength and stability. Find these basic, small, absolute connections and stabilize there first. The heart begins to open. We send so much love to our own being. This other little key that is so important is to be able to bring kindness to us. We wish for kindness from another. We love giving kindness to the ones we know and love around us. It makes us feel wonderful. But how about we give some of this kindness to ourselves? You take care of you. You honor and love you. How could you do that, my lovelies? What could you do to show your being that you are being kind to it? What signal do you need to help you to support yourself in this way? The moment your being registers that you are giving yourself kindness, that you are not relying on those around you to be kind to you to fill you up, that you are the master and the love and the sweetheart of you. You fill you up. You honor, cherish, and respect, adore you, because you are here on a mission and you are the very breath of the divine. There is a reason that you are here. Now you've got this kindness to you. You awaken it and you find the ways to do that for you. That's going to be unique for every single one of us. If you've got some ideas, then write it down. And perhaps you can share it. Perhaps we can help each other remember how to be kind to ourselves. Sometimes that kindness just needs us to release some of the pressure around us. How could you do that? What could you do in a safe and nurturing way to you that could release some of this pressure around you? How could you honor you? Now you've got a beautiful, stable pillar upon which we can begin to play and do and create. And all these wonderful things that can take place now once we have stabilized ourselves from the runaway train of misery. So here we are with the sense of worry in us. Now ask yourself, what am I worrying about? Unless we can define it and see it and notice it, it stays as a blurry, hazy, little ghosty feeling around us. A trepidation, a dread, a foreboding, we don't know what it is, the boogeyman around the corner. Just focus on this. What is making me worried? Even if you cannot pinpoint the thing that is making you anxious, at least you are acknowledging to yourself, to your body, that there is this reaction happening in your being. When you notice yourself in a process, that process is halved and then quartered and then diminished altogether. But we must notice ourselves in the process. And this is the most important piece. It's all very well noticing ourselves in it. But what do we do when we do notice ourselves behaving in a not so delightful way? We shame and blame and judge ourselves horribly, which makes us feel really awful. It takes the power out of us being able to hold that space. So imagine that you can see what it is that's making you feel anxious, or perhaps you can't. But you notice you and you acknowledge you for being worried, anxious, upset. And you say to your own beautiful being, "Phew, we're really not doing so well right now, are we? This is very, very hard for me. I wonder how I'm going to get through this." You start speaking in an honest, loving, caring, kind way to you, just like you would want a friend to come and put their arm around you and say, "I've got you. I hear you. It's okay. We'll do it together. We've got each other. We'll do it. Don't you worry. I'm here." But you be here for you. You be kind to you. And you acknowledge you. Notice. Pay attention. When you pay attention, you have stepped out of this place inside of you that is in pain, and you've stepped into a place of power, noticing, witnessing. It is as if you have stepped out of your story for just a moment, and you start to go, I wonder what that's all about. And now you do the next step. So what will we do? To define what it is that is causing this disruption, this agitation in our field, we start to notice and we begin to ask ourselves, when was the first moment that I felt that little agitation? When did it begin? Catch yourself in the exact millisecond of that feeling dropping in. We have taught ourselves to just accept this bombardment of all the misery and pain around us, and we just bring it in and we think, okay, I'm too busy to deal with this now. Later on, I'll deal with it. Later on, I'll let it go. Or later on, I'll process it, or maybe it just doesn't matter. We deny, we reject, we deflect, we distract, we detach, we destroy ourselves. All of those energies are so bad for our energy field. So you notice, and then you ask yourself, I wonder. Remember the magic words? I wonder. I wonder when this feeling, the moment, the millisecond it arrived, I wonder when that was. You will surprise yourself at how fabulous you'll get at this. I was absolutely amazed at how this came in. I would be fine, everything's going along, hunky-dory, everything's moving, I'm doing this, doing that, and I'd suddenly have a drop in my energy. If I notice that drop, in that moment, I want to stop and say to myself, look at that, my energy dropped. I wonder what that's about. I could be working, I'm always working, I could be working away and doing things and creating stuff to give and send to you all. My energy might just drop, just for a moment. If I catch it in that moment, then I've got a very good chance of capturing what created that drop of the energy. If I just stop and breathe and go, that's interesting. Now what is that about? Put myself in the witness, the investigator. And I ask myself, when was the first moment? It's so interesting because these thoughts are fleeting in so quickly. There's just a myriad of thoughts coming in, little flashes, nuances, insights, awarenesses. We pick up an essence, a smell. We hear a sound, a song in the background. We hear a dog barking. Me hear a bat going cling, cling, cling like this and smashing in my roof, driving me crazy. The minute we hear that ping, that bat ping, boy, that's a sonic, irritating ping. The minute we hear that little ping, that's when we must pay attention. How am I feeling and what is going on? What is the association that I've created with that feeling? That's something that dropped in there. There was something that was associating and helping you, nudging you to make a link, a connection. But we don't. We just leave this little disconnect over here going, oh, not happy, not happy, not happy, I'm not happy, not happy, not happy. But we go, I haven't got time for you, got things to do, and we push it away. Deny, deflect, detach, distract, destroy. We push the story away because we haven't got time. But it does not go away. Everything that is nudging you is asking you to process it. The busyness of our lives, we battle to do that. But it doesn't need to take a whole bunch of time of sitting down and becoming centered and doing your breathing and becoming extremely zen. Just capture it in the moment that it happens. Don't let anything get away from you. Your energy drops, notice that. And then ask yourself, I wonder what that's about. I wonder what triggered that little drop in my energy. You will surprise yourself when you start to reprogram the system to notice itself, to pick up those subtle cues that our worry is trying to help us to remember. There are subtle cues. There's little things out and around us that we're not fully registering, we're not fully processing or integrating. And they're sitting out there just being irritations in our field. This is the worry, this is the anxiety, the nervousness, the edginess, when it's not dealt with, not recognized, seen, heard, valued, honored, respected, whatever that thing is that is demanding. When it stays as an undertone, it stays under and away in the subtle. Your worry that you are holding in your awareness is the trigger that's trying to reconnect you to it. So your worry is your helping hand. It's that little synaptic cord that says, let's make the connection and let's clear it. Let's finish it off and finish that clearing. Finish that piece. Let's do that. But we don't. Because we think we're not allowed to clear ourselves. We're not allowed to be gentle and kind to ourselves. We've got to disregard and just pull up our big socks and carry on. It's not like that. We are not a dumping site for the pain, the misery, and the heartache of stories. The other thing that's happening, my lovelies, when something hits you as a sense of worry or anxiety, more often than not, it is linked to a deep ancestral signal that said, when you feel this connection, run away, head for the hills, lie down and play dead, or fight back with all your might. These signals are part of the worry. But the moment we stop and we see them and we face them and we look at it and we ask our being, our highly intelligent, multifaceted being that can process on so many levels, so many dimensions, this is who we truly are. We ask this being, so what's going on here? What is the signal? Where did it come from? What reminded me of it? You will notice where it came from. Just could be a look from someone, a little look of disregard, a suspicious look in their face, and that would signal to someone who has been highly persecuted or someone who was hunted. It would signal and run for your life and activate deep worry, deep panic, anxiety. Everything is happening for us and around us so that we can see it, so that we can pay attention, so that we can awaken. Nothing is just a mistake, nothing is just random, and you are not ridiculous for feeling what you're feeling. Get to it, be with it, hold it, honor it, and unwrap it. If you need to come back to this connection, it will be posted on Insight Timer, and you can follow those steps as they've been given to us now. I didn't even think there were steps, but apparently they are. So now you got that, and you go back and listen to it and unwrap the stories that are causing all this pain in our systems. Release the hold that this worry and anxiety has. Acknowledge that this worry is happening so that we can unlock it. Not so that we can just continue to be worried beings, anxious and frightened. We are supposed to be clearing. Thank goodness our beings are still agitating for us to do that. Because if they weren't, we would be lost by now. So every time you feel a little agitated, angry, irritated, or whatever that is, it's your being saying, hey, remember that you're fabulous. You're a multifaceted, multi-dimensional, multi-level processing unit. Those words were given to me years ago. I thought, what? That's what we are. Start using all those facets, all those awarenesses of your multi-dimensional self to begin to unfold, unwrap, and reconnect. It's time we grow up into our essence, our magic, our beauty, our magnificence. Let's do it. We've got each other. We'll keep encouraging each other to hold the space and to hold one another as we do this journey. It's going to be so much better. Remember, it just takes one person in every line to undo a story, and that story is released in the entire quantum field of no time. Too wonderful for words, beyond what we can fathom. But there it is, and I've seen it. So much love to you, my treasures. May this really hold you and support you so that you can start to see your life as a very worthwhile instrument that is busy moving through a life experience for a deep divine purpose. You're here on time, you're here on purpose, and this is the time for us to remember who we are. So much love to you, my treasures. Thank you for you.